थोडं ते त्याला मन शांत झालं उभं राहतात हळूहळू बरं तुला समजण्यासारखं वाटतं समजतं असं वाटतं बुवा बाजूला सुरुवात
He sounds a note of caution. Having come over here, listen to all this talk. You might have collected lot of concepts, ideas, etc. But don't think that you are very knowledgeable. Don't think that you got enough wisdom to expound to others. Try to assimilate it first.
गायलेली छाती मात करते तुला कळते आहे ते ज्ञान आहे याच्या तुला कळते आहे ते ज्ञान आहे सोडू नको ते पाय धरते देव म्हणजे चरण झालाय तू आपल्या ज्ञानाची तंगुली जवळून ठेव.
The principle which has been appreciated, worshipped, adored by the scriptures, Vedas, etc. That principle is nothing else but the knowledge you are. Catch hold of that principle only and do nothing.
तुकाराम म्हणजे चरणाला सोडी सर्वात आनंद मी पंढरी नाथा म्हणजे आपण असल्या त्या ज्ञानाची तंगुली जवळ घेऊन जायचं चरणाला सोडी सर्वात आनंद मी पंढरी नाथा समज घेतो आहे बोलायचं आपल्या पाय सोडणार ना त्याचा पाय सोडणार धरला काय आपण असण्याचे घ्यावं.
Tukaram has said to Pandharinath, that is Vithoba, the god of that place of pilgrimage called Pandharpur, Vithoba. Tukaram says, I have caught hold of the feet of Vithoba, Pandharinath. Now, feet means what? Feet, it is known as Charana. Charana means the one that gives movement. And what gives the movement? Your consciousness. So catch hold of that consciousness, which gives rise to movement. Movement in thought, movement in activities, etc. Go to that very source of all the words and all the activities. That is Charana. That is your own beingness. That is Vithoba or Pandharinath.
निर्गुणात्मक शुभ्र सत्वाचा गोलक देवदावाद्वारा हो पांडुरंगी ठेवला भाव आज तो गरीबा पंढरीचा असो
Tukaram says, now I have caught that thief of Pandharpur. Who is that thief? That very product of the quintessence of this food juice, this ironess.
गरीबा पंढरीचा असो
पांडू म्हणजे
पांढरा रंग
पांढरा रंग पांडू म्हणजे पांढरा रंग
रंग पितांबरधारी बघून घ्या ध्यान करा शुभ्र रंग पितांबरधारी ते दोन्ही म्हणून लाल लाल रंग लाल गोठ्या रंग घनबिरगी गुलाब दिसतो रक्त सुगंध म्हणजे कसं दिसतो काळ दिसतो तुला काळ ना म्हणता निळा म्हटलं निळ सावळा पण पांडुरंग
That Vithoba or this Panduranga is normally described as Ghananila, homogeneous, deep blue like the rain clouds.
त्याच्या पांडुरंगाचा सर्व जणांनी जन्म दुःख भोगावं लागते महागुरु निंदा आहे
After realizing this state, Now this Panduranga is condemned.
सत्यदर्शन
How? He said, because of this contact or imposition of your beingness, that means this Panduranga, I have to suffer this life.
मी ना म्हटलं लगेच नाव बदललं मी निसर्गाची लावली मी निसर्गाची माहिती तुला म्हणजे दालन निसर्ग म्हणजे दालन नाही अवघा स्वर्ग म्हणजे
This manifestation, no fragmentation. Sarga means compartment. And Nisarga means no compartment. Decompartmentalized.
त्याचा कोणाला उपयोग करता येईल काय ऐकलायचं
All of you have been listening, but who is going to employ it to full use?
त्याच्यात पण मिळणार
What advantages are you going to derive out of the talk?
येणाराचे उपयोगी आहे का उपयोगाचा फळ खणून काढतो
He said, whatever I have been talking, is it really useful? Because it is uprooting the very idea of making any use of it.
उपयोगाचा पायमूळ खणून काढतो की नाही
पडलं तर
मी अपेक्षा करत नाही. मी काय बोलतो तर मी गिरायक होऊ शकत नाही करू का एखाद्या झाला मी काय बोलतो ते ग्रहण करू त्याच्या विल्हेवर लावणारा कोण आहे आहे तितके नाही झाले नाही नाही पडायले आले आहे नाही जाऊन ओढले नसेल मी काय कोण करणार त्या मायेने तयार केली आहे त्यांची सेवा करता कर्माणू उत्तम नसतो कर्माणू झालेल्या पलीकडे काय आपल्या डोळ्याने आपल्याला खंड बघावा भोगवून मिळाली नाही स्वतःचं दर्शन घ्यायला भोगवून मिळाली नाही पण आहे आपण झोपे काय म्हणून बघ मुक्कामपणा जर असेल कल्पना मात्र आहे आईबाबाची ओळख नाही आईबाबाचं ज्ञान तुझी ओळख नाही तुझं ज्ञान माझा आमची बाकी कट कळली आहे काळे काळांचं माझ्या आई बाबा केले आई बाबा करून झाला मानव कळली नाही तिथं आई बाबाची तुला ओळख नाही तुला तुला आई बाबाची ओळख मुलाची ओळख नाही तुला काय ज्ञान आहे कसं भलन करतो
Up till the age of 3 or 4 years, you had no knowledge of your parents. You also didn't have your own knowledge.
तू गेलात तर आई बाबाला तुला कोणी उतरून आणला काय ज्ञान आहे तुला
He is asking, did you go to your parents or did your parents bring you from somewhere else? That you are doing something only through your conscious.
ओळखून घे तुझ्या आई बाबाचा नमुना रूप तूच आहे तुझ्या आई बाबाचा अनुभव तूच आहे तू असल्याची आठवण आहे की आई बाप होते आणि आहेची आठवण आहे आई बाप नसताना तुला आठवण
You are the very image of your parents. You are the very reminder of your parents. You represent your parents only.
त्याची आठवण म्हणजे तुम्ही आहात की नाही
Don't you think that you are the reminder of your parents? Which speak out without inhibition.
कशात तरी आई बाप असण्याची आठवण म्हणजे तुम्ही ना कसली तरी कशाची तरी आई बाबाची आठवण म्हणजे तुम्ही आई बाबाची आठवण म्हणजे तुम्ही
मी नव्हतो.
Could you exist without the memory of your parents? Something, reminding some action.
शहरी आपली जवळ राहतो उमर जमानी घ्या
उलट जवळ नाही घेत आहेत.
He was a CI, he was a CI officer.
काल एक स्वतःची जबानी घेत होतो महाराज, सांगू का? काल एक स्वतःची जबानी घेत होतो. झोपायच्या मला विचार केला, म्हणलं या जाणीवेतनं सगळं खेळ चाललाय, पण झोप कशी येते? म्हणून झोप कशी येते ह्याच्यात लक्ष देत बसणार का? कशी येते बघू दे झोप. नाही तर रोजचा अनुभव काय, झोपला पडला पुढचा पत्ताही लागत नाही, कधी झोप आली कधी गेली.
काय झालं
पुन्हा अशी झोप कधी येते कधी, म्हटलं ते काय जराशे डोळे पिटतायत, ते फटकन उघडून बघायचं कशी झोप येते. हा प्रयोग सारखा चालू केला,
मग शेवटी काय झालं
शेवटी कसले आवाज आले नाही दडादड,
मला झोपच नाही
झोपच नाही आली.
झोपर्यंत झोप धरू मागची तर मग झोप येणार
झोप आलीच नाही, झोप पळाली कुठल्या कुठं. म्हटलं हे काय, म्हटलं झोपच कुठे गेली. तर ते मध्ये नाताळच्या या लोकांचं सुरू झालं, 12 वाजले तसे फटाके बिटाके सगळं उडायला लागले. मी आपला उठलो, आमच्या वरांड्यामध्ये येऊन म्हटलं झोप बाई कुठायची ये आता
झोप येणार नाही
येत नाही, अजिबात येत नाही. काल पाहायला करू तसं म्हणजे भागावला करतो, मग विचार न करता झोपलो.
आत्मज्ञान जाणलं पाहिजे. आत्मज्ञान यथार्थ झाल्यानंतर निष्काम कर्म हा आई उपयोग येतात. या
With
ज्ञानाचा
self-knowledge, you must understand, you must realize. You have to realize. And once you realize, you are Parabrahma. Desireless Parabrahma.
तुम्ही अनुभव लावायला यायची. अनुभव जो आहे तो लावायला.
He says, what is my strength? Where lies my strength? In realizing the fact that all this experience is unreal. The experience of beingness is unreal.
तुला आई बाबाची जेवढी कशी झाली आणि आई बापाला तुझी जेवढी कशी काय झाली, तुझी कशी काय भेटलं.
That's the same root question. How did you strike intimacy with your parents? Give answer. And how did the parents become intimate with you?
कदाचित तुला परत येऊन मग तू म्हणशील आता मात्र आता तुम्ही घेणार त्याचा शोध काढला, पण तुझं आप्तपण आहे ना पुढचं देणार नाही. भारी प्रेमळ बनायचं. तुम्हाला आयुष्य राहिलं, धन आहे, ताकद राहिली आहे, महत्वाचं मुलं जाते. त्या लहानपणाच्या मुलाला गोंजाळण्याचं काम तुम्हाला करावं लागतं. खुश पचवतो खुश आहे तो. जेवण मला आयुष्य दिलाय पचवण्याला ठरवतो. काय लाभ, पण लाभ आहे की नाही. नोकरी लागली करता मुंबईमध्ये. आता पोर्तुगलला खेळवायची पाळी आहे. धनिकारी होते त्यामुळे आपण काही बहुतेक नाही आमच्याकडे पाहिजे, आम्ही समजणार, आम्ही समजणार. म्हणून એને જાણાયલા પાहिजे.
He is having understood the mystery of these beings, of this, the root cause of beings. He might take with a vengeance, he would like to understand how this principle has come about. And in the process you might realize that. Otherwise, what will happen? You will have a very long life and the Maya provides you with lot of mental entertainment.
अन्ना उनके मन के लिए बोल.
उनका बंद है कि
Old man is busy looking after the children of his grandson. Children of the grandson.
वयाची की गोष्ट बोलणार.
वृद्धाश्रम मध्ये
आपल्याकडे पण होत आहेत ते आता.
हो हो वृद्धाश्रम आहे.
होते ना म्हटलं निकाल लोक कामाला नाही. निकाल धोरण बांधण्याची जागा.
पण बघायचं कसं ह्या
26 December 1979.
He said, what has Jnani got to do with peace of mind? ज्ञानाला मनाचं सांगण्याची गरज नाही.
The Jnani doesn't, he has no need of peace of mind. Because after all, it's mind then.
अज्ञानी मनावर अवलंबून असतो. ज्ञानी मनावर अवलंबून जीवन आहे.
The ignorant depends on his mind for his happiness, pleasure or unhappiness. The Jnani doesn't depend on his mind.
माझ्यावर मन येतं चालली असतात. ज्ञानी भरपूर राहतो. अज्ञानी लोक
Throughout the day, hundreds of thoughts will come and go. The ignorant man will get himself involved in it and wrapped up in those thoughts. The Jnani doesn't, he stands aloof.
This morning I experienced something similar to this, feeling of just watching without judgment, especially here. I was just sitting quietly and I was aware of all the noise and melee that was going on outside, but not interpreting it or judging it or saying this is good or this is bad, but just from that quiet point, quite aware of what was happening.
देवच्या प्राणाने मन जाणार.
हो.
आत्मा जसा नाही तसा राहणार.
This is the breath and the mind will leave the body. But the self will not, nothing will happen to the Atma.
A true state is that. What's brought about this state of confusion that we constantly seem to live in? Why are we serving it?
देहाच्या ओळखीमुळे. देहाचा स्वीकार केला म्हणून.
By having accepted delivery of the body and identifying himself with the body.
विषय नाही.
This is the body is made of and fed by 5 elements, whereas the Atma is totally apart from these 5 elements.
But how come this identification even occurs in the first place?
पंचभूताचे धर्म स्वभाव धर्म आहे ना.
That is the inherent nature of the 5 elements.
50 पदार्थ आणून तुम्ही एक पदार्थ बनवतो. त्याचं मिश्रण कसं होतं.
He said if you bring a number of materials and make of those materials something to eat, you put several items and turn it into a. So how does that happen?
5-25 पदार्थ मी शिकवतो. आणि त्याचं एकच असतं. सगळे पदार्थ त्याचे मिळून त्याचं एक रस निर्माण झालेला आहे. पण तो आत्मा त्याचा जाणतोय त्याच्यात नाही.
So these 5 elements, the mixture of the 5 elements and the essence of it, there is a, but you are not the essence. So that essence must behave according to the qualities of those 5 elements.
काय आहे पंचभूताच्या रसाचं मिश्रण आहे.
The body is the mixture of these 5 elements.
the question still comes back, using that analogy, why make the bread at all? Why does the bread then have to be made?
मग ते पाच घालून.
हा? त्याचा स्वभाव आहे.
He said that is natural, that's inherent in it, in those five elements.
It seems
त्याला प्रकृती धर्म म्हणतात. त्याचा स्वभावच कसा आहे? त्याचा होणार आहे. पटणार.
He already told that it happens without any cause. So he says, having happened, it must behave according to its inherent nature. Why it happened, he said, there is no cause. But having happened, it must behave according to its inherent
it's
nature.
obvious to me that in life everything flows according to its a nature.
Yes.
Right? But man seems to tend to not cooperate with nature, but compete with it. And why is it that this is so? That man is part of this.
जगाची मला पाहणं.
हो, पण माणूसच ते
आता एक माणूस फोन लावला मग तो लांबला निघालं.
हो.
मग त्याला निघतो. हे वाकडं राहतो. एक आपण वाकडं झालं.
So he says if a man is lame, so he's bound to be, he'll continue being lame. So he didn't ask to be lame. So the man is born according to a certain nature imposed on him. So then man acts according to that.
पंचभूताच्या रसाने आकृती घेतलेला प्रॉब्लेम त्याला झाला.
Oh. So the mixture of the five elements takes a certain shape of form, and along with it certain attributes. So that individual behaves in that according to that form and according to the nature imposed on that form.
लग्न वाकडं झालंय.
Oh.
ते आपण होऊन झालं.
The one who is lame or not in the normal state, he didn't ask to be born there, but he's born there. So what he's getting at is that whatever is happening, one must keep oneself aloof from that and say that that body mind will work according to it. But I'm not.
पंचभूताच्या रसाचा बनला आहे ते वाकडं तिकडं.
हो.
पण चांगलंही बनलं.
So something is in perfect shape or in imperfect shape. According to the but the mixture of the five elements is there. Whether it is perfect or imperfect, he didn't ask for it. It happened.
Yes, well, that's true. I mean, this is what we've been discussing the last few days, and but there's more. Still, we're still talking about the effect. I mean, man is this way. The
Yes,
question
but
is why.
Why? No, that is already true. There's no why for it. But here's a cause of it. But the manas may कारण. There is no reason or cause for it. It just happens. That is nature. Yesterday or day before, he said there is no logic or reason in nature. And he said, in a perfectly normal earth, you will certainly find gold.
Yes,
Or anything can happen. There is no logic or reason.
it's not the logic or reason actually. I'm questioning.
Cause.
But
Why?
it's causal.
Yes, but he said there
What
is
is
no
the
cause.
causal?
He said there is no cause. But
9 महिने पंचभूताचा रस
No.
शिजत होता.
no.
9 महिने पंचभूताचा रस शिजत होता. अत्यात. आणि तो शिजल्याचा एक पदार्थ तयार झाला. त्याला आकारही आला. आणि त्या पदार्थाचा गुण कोणाला आपण असं कळते. तो पदार्थाचा गुण आहे. 9 महिने शिजून जो पदार्थ तयार झाला त्या पदार्थाची गोडी म्हणजे आपण आहे असं ज्ञान.
The food essence, or the essence of the five elements has for 9 months been cooked in the womb.
शिजवलं कुकिंग.
Has been cooked, has been cooked, and then it takes a certain shape. Nobody asks for that. Nobody can ask for that. It has happened.
तर ताज्या पदार्थाचा एक लाडू बनवला. व्हेरी गुड, व्हेरी गुड. तर याच्यात तयार झाला तो.
I thought that the essence of that whatever the form has taken, is the feeling I am. The being is the taster.
I know.
Like the taste of a sweet meat.
I don't know what to say by fun of the oven.
9 महिने शिरला ते कुठे म्हणते मला माहित आहे.
हा त्याचा पदार्थ
हो.
आकार आला
हो.
आणि त्या आकारामध्ये गोडी निर्माण झाली.
हो.
आय एम
So that after 9 months took a shape, and in that shape came this being, this taste of the feeling of existence.
Yes.
ते पदार्थ संपलं की ते गोडी गेली. कुठून गेला?
Oh. As soon as that comes or the body dies, the taste of it also leaves. Are you concerned in all this procedure? A certain procedure, a certain event has taken place. How are you concerned with it? You are not concerned either with the happening of the event or the ending of the event. He describes that something has happened, 9 months of shape has taken, and in that shape has come this beingness, and when the shape gets destroyed, the beingness is destroyed. He says, how are you concerned? Either with the beginning of the event or the ending of the event.
Can come into being, experience, after sleep, first thing in the morning, where the world becomes apparent, manifest for you. I've had this. But then I'm in the world. I'm completely hypnotized by it. But there is one moment when I'm not that.
You are
I am.
out of this world.
I am. I feel the. I am the.
So,
And unfortunately, that isn't perpetuated. What's perpetuated is my illusion, my identification with either a function, a bodily function, or the body.
नकळू शकतो नकळू शकतो तुला कळून म्हणजे की नकळू शकतो.
so this beginning of the manifestation of the world, is it after the beingness is experienced or without the being of the experience? Before the
Theory, and it's the being that's being experienced. It's momentary. It's very quick.
चटकन होतं पण ते मी आहे जाणवायला बरोबर इत्यादी.
म्हणजे तो शिरलेला भूत जागा झालाय होता. त्याच्यातून एक एक मार्गाने बाजूला झाला का हा गुण गेला.
हो.
10 प्रकारचे पदार्थ आहे. 10 पदार्थ वेगळे केले
हो.
तर 10 पदार्थ म्हणून तो लाडवाचा स्वाद बनला होता ना कुठे आहे.
हो. So he says, what has awakened? He says, what has awakened? He says that essence of the 5 elements, that has awakened. And once it has awakened, it takes its normal course, the inherent nature. He says, what has awakened? This essence of the 5 elements, that has awakened. And as soon as that essence of the 5 elements is destroyed, this taste of beingness also leaves.
Because they're dependent. Yes.
When you are not aware, that means when you are not existing anymore, when you are not standing, this experience of pure beingness.
म्हणजे झोपेतून त्या जागे व्हायच्या आधी आणि झोपेत नसाय तो एक क्षण असतो, तो त्या क्षणाला म्हणजे ते अगदी आत्मस्थिती आहे का?
क्षण कोण म्हणतो क्षण म्हणून क्षण कोण ओळखतो.
So he said, who knows that moment? You are talking of
त्या
self.
क्षणाचा साक्षी कोणाला घडतं.
So who knows that moment? Who is aware of that moment? जाणीव म्हणतात.
अरे क्षण प्रकाशला तर जाणीव क्षण जर प्रकाशला नाही तर जाणीव कुठे आहे.
So it is without the beingness, that the moment wouldn't be there. We wouldn't experience that moment.
But is it the pure beingness or is it something else?
ते आत्मस्थिती आहे का-
कोणाची
So we say, whose? Your beingness. Whose pure
आत्मस्थिती
beingness?
कोणाची.
who's pure being?
Who's very good?
कोणाचे म्हणून नाही म्हणते.
मग तर काय बोलू नको, कोणाची ते सांग.
Ah, he said, unless you say who's beingness, he said, what will you talk? Who will you talk about? Beingness.
We do modify it in the state of illness, and we do that only to the parts above that, which remain in I am. When you repeat your mantra,
Mantra, take your mantra.
you are in a still state, exactly like the state of between the thing and swimming. It is acting in the same state.
Who is talking about that stage? That means there is someone talking about that stage.
Not when I am in that state. I speak after that. When it's finished, it's over. Otherwise, nobody will speak.
एक असते किंवा जर एक क्षण असतो की अगदी सगळं स्तब्ध असतं म्युझिक आणि त्याच्या नंतर विचार येतो की ती स्थिती जी होती त्या दिसत
विचार तुझे का आलेले विचार तुझे, तू मागे म्हटलेस तर.
So he said, those thoughts, this thought, wondering what that state was. So is it your thought? It is your thought if you say it is your thought. But he says the thoughts will come and go.
येण्याच्या आधी
हो.
हे विचार येतात तू ओळखते, विचार आल्यानंतर माझे विचार म्हणते.
He said, before the thoughts arrive, then you say that your thoughts, when the thoughts come, then you identify it.
विचार म्हणते तुमचे विचार येण्याच्या आधी माझा विचार म्हणते.
He repeats. He says, thoughts will come. If you keep yourself aloof from them, then they are not your thoughts. But before those thoughts came, you didn't say that these thoughts, you didn't know those thoughts are going to come. After the thoughts have come, after the thoughts have come, then you say the thoughts have come. You don't go in the reverse. You still go forward thinking. Instead of going back, he always says, go back, reverse.
By going back then, it's constantly observing, constantly looking, constantly asking oneself, or just examining the situation from moment to moment. What is happening now? Examining the thought. How did the thought happen? That you are not the thought. Yes, oh sure, I know that answer.
Is it right?
Yes, that's right. Yes. Subtly. Instead of being caught up in the identification, this is what you mean by going back. It's to look at the identification because that is the going back process. It's the justice.
रिव्हर्स करा म्हणून सांगितलं मागे जा म्हणून ते मागे जाणं म्हणजे
जाणे नाही, जे जे कळते त्याच्या आधी जा, जे जे कळते त्याच्या आधी आपण.
he's explaining now what he meant by reverse. Whatever you understand, whatever you perceive, you are before that.
Yes.
And that idea all the time, that you are prior to anything that you think or perceive.
आणि हा एक अध्याय ठेवला, ज्याचा मी केला तू त्याचा कोणता विचार
So he said,
आणि दुसरा यू गो.
just as he is told Ananda, he said, you sit quiet.
Yes.
So he said, whatever comes, whatever thought comes, you tell it to be quiet.
Yes. There's a difference between having an intellectual understanding of that and having an actual understanding of that.
तो म्हणजे आपण सांगितलं ते बुद्धीनं पटतं आणि ते बुद्धीनं पटायचं आणि ते
बुद्धी नसताना गरज काय कुठला करायची आहे? बुद्धी नसताना व्यवसायच कुठला आहे?
So he says, without intelligence, where is the question of, there will be no worldly affairs at all. There is no question of dealing with the world.
ते समजून घ्या विचाराला. हाच गरजेचा आपल्या असेल,
हो.
याची गरज असेल, त्याचा विचार म्हणजे फोन आला,
हो.
विचार म्हणजे फोन आला
हो.
तर त्याचा उपयोग करू. पण तो आला तो कोणत्या विचाराचे बोलू नका,
हो.
विचाराला बोलू देऊ नका.
हो. He says, don't talk with any thought. Don't let any thought stop with you. Then if a thought comes, and if it is something to do with the present moment, we have to go somewhere, or we have to eat, or you are hungry, then deal with that thought.
Yes.
But psychological thought, he says you tell it to go away.
Yes.
Don't let such thoughts talk to you,
It's time bound.
or talk to any such thought.
Yes. It's,
But if it's something to do with the present moment, then deal with the thing. Not deal with the thought, but take action. But otherwise, merely, he said, he said, this is the nature of the thought to cry. But you tell it to go away. He said, don't talk to the thought and don't let the thought talk to you.
4 मैल चालायचं आहे.
हो.
तेवढं चालायला जेवढे एक विचार आला.
हो.
मग त्याच्याबरोबर बोलत राहिला ते 4 मैल त्याच्यावर बोलवत ठेवलं असतात. त्याच्याशी काय संबंध नव्हता त्या विचाराला. आता खास गरजेचं असतात. तेव्हा मग मग काय म्हणतो काय म्हणायचं असं बोल. विनाकारण कोणत्याही विचारात त्याच्याबरोबर 4 मैल तो बोलत राहिला त्याच्याबरोबर. तुमच्या विचाराशी काय संबंध नाही. कोणती तरी आठवण आली त्या आठवणी आपलं चाललं आहे. त्याचा उपयोग होता काय नाही.
He said,
बरोबर आहे की नाही.
if a thought comes, and that means you have to walk for 4 miles. So deal with that thought and see whether you have to go 4 miles, whether you must go or you don't have to go. But having decided, you start walking 4 miles or going slowly. Thereafter another thought comes. And all those 4 miles, you think of that thought or talk with that, have conversation with that thought. Useless, then waste a lot of energy until you reach that place where you have to be. In the meantime, all that energy is wasted.
जसं मी सांगतो त्याबरोबर चुप विचारायची मला काय करायचं नाही. तुला खूप उंच्या विचार त्याच्याशी मला बोलायचं नाही. असं करतो तसे प्रत्येक विचाराला सांगतो तुझा आपल्या विचाराला जो उपयोगी असेल कामाचा असेल त्याला वापरा.
If that thought has anything to do with your present work, or any that you with your normal work, then deal with it. But otherwise, you say I'm not, nothing to do with it.
असं तुला विचारायला आज पगार घ्यायचा आहे. पगार तो विचारला त्याच्यावर मग त्याच्या मग ते तो जातो की नाही.
He said if you get a thought that today is payday, so you must go somewhere and collect your pay or pension. He said deal with it. But otherwise, merely useless thought, don't waste your energy.
त्याच्यामध्ये नामक पण करायचं ते कसं उघडायला असेल आत्मा मोकळा झाला.
Instead of that, if you repeat the mantra, it will at least purify your mind. Otherwise, if you sit still with yourself, with your being, then your Atma will be purified.
आता मी ह्याच्या बरोबर बोलायला मागतो ती मला सांगतो तुका बस का तिच्या विचाराची मी संमत होऊ शकत नाही. काहीतरी बरोबर करायची आपण मागे जाऊन कुठे राहतच नाही. विचार पुढे वाचतात त्याच्या पुढेही जाते. तिच्यावर काय बोलणार मी.
So if Maharaj is talking to you, so you are dealing with something at the moment. Then some other person starts talking, you say you have to keep quiet. That way, if the thought is of the present moment, some action to be taken, deal with that thought. But some stray thought comes, he says you ask that thought to keep quiet.
but isn't that thought of that stray thought of the moment too for that person?
Yes, but then you find out whether that thought is necessary or not necessary. If the thought is necessary, then you will deal with it. If it is not necessary, you nip it in the bud. The thought is relevant or irrelevant. And 9 thoughts are can be irrelevant.
मजेदार आहे की नाही. ही युक्ती मजेदार आहे की नाही.
Isn't it a useful and amusing trick?
Oh. But usually the case is that the thought plays its melody with me. It takes me off on a complete...
Yes, that's why you say, that's why before you entertain the thought,
Yes.
find out whether it is necessary or not. And if it's not necessary, ask you to be quiet.
This takes a very fine energy to do this, just to do that. Because usually I'm lost. I'm completely lost in it. And not that one, or the other one. The one that's friends.
हो.
तू मग त्याच्या दिवशी मारायला दिवशी मारायला मग आणखी दिवशी मारायला
हो. तेच म्हणतो.
असं आपलं काम सुद्धा नाही.
हो. is, as you say, one thought and we keep exhaust in the other thing. Your main work of the moment gets
Oh, yes.
either lost or is not attended to with 100% efficiency.
Right. Yes. लक्षात ठेवायला.
प्रत्येक क्षणाला लक्ष ठेवावे लागेल म्हणतात. कशाला लक्ष कशाला ठेवायचं? लक्षात ठेवून येतो तो. त्याच्यावर लक्ष कशाला ठेवायचं? आलं The gentleman said, so you will have to keep a very strict watch. So he said, why should you have to keep a strict watch? When a thought comes, you will know it. Then deal with it as I told you.
तू झोप आलो का नाही तिला दिसत नाही ना तो बिळातून आलो तो दिसतो You go.
So he said, if a snake comes out of its hole, then you will see it. You don't have to keep watching the hole whether the snake comes out. Deal with it. Whether it is relevant, pertinent, or whether it is irrelevant or not pertinent.
Dual thoughts in
झोपेत असताना असे जर विचार आले तर काय करायचं?
झोपेत असताना विचार आलाय कसं कळणार?
How will you know that you have had thoughts when you are asleep?
you wake up, remember those, you remember the dream.
उठल्यानंतर
हा उठला नाही
नंतर म्हणतो ते स्वप्नाचे म्हणतो.
हा विचारले स्वप्नाबद्दल सांगा.
So you see, you can talk about dreams. So the same thing with human beings like that. We can find out which of those thoughts are relevant or not. You deal with it. You can only know those thoughts after you wake up. Otherwise, you are in the dream mode. You no longer a thought. स्वप्न असली तर म्हणजे स्वप्न असली
जागे झाल्यानंतर ते स्वप्न खरं होतं का ते विचार मग काय
after you
काय
have
करायचं?
awakened, was it a real state? Is it only a dream state?
स्वप्नात ते विचार खरे होते पण स्वप्न झाल्यानंतर ते कोण तुझं असं काही करायला विचार तो कोण तुझं असतो
In the dream you are involved in it, but after you wake up, you don't still keep thinking of your friends or enemies in the dream.
Yeah. I'll wake up just in time to go back to sleep again. You know what I mean?
If the dream is bad enough, you have
So
to
I'll wake up out of sleep, go back to sleep again. In other words, I'm not aware of my from one dream into another.
Yes. So he
It seems, and it is, unfortunately.
yes. So what is the he can say what is the question? So that is yes.
Yes,
So he'll say what is the question?
comment, not a question.
एक the whole thing is
It just came to mind now. I'm dealing with it. I'm dealing with it. It's not
पुरा जागा झाल्यावर किती स्वप्न पाहिजे तुला एक नवीन चार स्वप्न
after you are awake, what does it matter whether you have had one dream or 10 dreams or 4 dreams?
कोण हो? त्याला काय माहिती नाही मला माहिती आहे कोणी येऊ दे त्याला जे माहिती नाही ते मला माहिती आहे काय
Maharaj saying, whoever comes here, whatever the person thinks he knows, Maharaj says, I know that he doesn't know. And what he doesn't know, I know you.
Yeah.
आणि त्या म्हणून मी कोणत्या त्याच्या येत नाही बहिणीने जशी असेल तशी बहिणीने जशी असेल तशी अंक्याचा मी नातेवाईक नाही कोणत्या ज्ञानाचा मी सगळा नाही
He said, as the knower of knowledge, he said, he is not concerned with anybody or anything as having been involved with it or him.
अनेक प्रकारचं ज्ञान आहे ते विचार येतात जातात त्याच्याही माझा संबंध आहे का
He said, all thoughts are sort of knowledge. So he said, I have nothing to do with that knowledge or that thought.
आठवणी कृष्णांची आठवणी ह्याची आली हे विचार आले ते तर माझ्याकडे बोलत माझ्यासोबत राहतायत ना ते म्हणजे त्याचे ते पत्र देणार मला
This is, I may get a thought about Rama or I may get a thought about Krishna. This is, are those thoughts going to remain with me? So how am I concerned with them? They come and go. I stay aloof from them.
अज्ञानी माणसाला ते आपलं हितकारी वाटतं. त्यांना बघा हित हित काय नाही कोणत्याही विचाराच्या म्हणतात.
For the ignorant, he says some thoughts he will say are for my benefit, some thoughts are against my benefit. But it is for the jnani, he treats all those thoughts alike. That he is not concerned with either of them. He is not concerned with good or bad.
It's
For himself.
beyond the duality.
He is beyond any benefit or no benefit. Those thoughts alike.
पण खूप ज्ञान कमवलं आहे. त्यात ते ज्ञान ज्या चांबड्यावर चिटकवलं आहे तर चांबडीच काढून टाकलं.
Whoever comes here and he comes with a great deal of knowledge, and if that knowledge which he has pasted it to his skin, he says his skin, he'll remove the skin itself.
Speaking about seeds. Once you know the routine, it's useless to talk. He thinks him, he them dissolve. Always do the same.
What is the point? They resolve to the same point. What?
I'm supposed to be. So it means they point to arising out of weakness, but you are not sure. Only clarification.
तो प्रश्न नाही पण असं त्याला वाटतं आता की हे सगळे विचार येतात आणि जातात आणि हे विचाराबद्दल जर विचार केला तर शेवटी एकाच ठिकाणी येऊन पोचतो की ही जाणीव असल्याशिवाय ते हे सगळे विचार वगैरे आले असते त्याची यादीच नसली जाणीव आहे म्हणून हे सगळे विचार वगैरे येतात आणि जातात.
आणि हा सुद्धा पण कशाचे गुण आहे ना याच्यात. काय सांगितले 9 महिन्याचा पदार्थ शिमला पंचभूताचा त्याच्यात हा गुण त्या पदार्थाचा हा गुण निर्माण झाला आहे. आपण असल्याची गोडी ते पदार्थ जेव्हा बाजूला झाले तेव्हा आपण त्याची गोडी केली काम करायचं मेला कोण.
So yes, he said that is so, but even that consciousness, the beingness, he said, isn't that dependent on the food body, which has taken shape after 9 months?
That's true.
And when that body dies, even the beingness will die.
Yes, that's true. I know, but because it's so, so weak, the beingness pushes the way, because the beingness is still forced to prevail before because this knowledge is not interfered. It's kind of pushed away by thought. Then you try to look again in thoughts. If you're not careful, because reality doesn't interfere. It's always there. It's only the movement that gives disturbance.
देशी एकरूप असायला हे सगळे विचार येतात आणखी जातात आणि त्यामध्ये
जाणीव जाणीवेचे एक रूप आहे.
This is the beingness is always one with itself.
त्या जाणीवेला जम भरला आहे त्याच्यात म्हणून ती वेगळी होते. जाणीव जाणीवेचे एक रूप आहे. जब हे झालेला नाही.
Beingness is always a beingness, but only when there is self-identification with the body, then this bifurcation happens.
It's something you have a clear. There is something clear. Now this clear can get disturbed.
What is clear is clear. There is clearness about Let me understand.
Really, because you come with questions. It's really,
Yes, I know.
all I do is get, when I want to
I know.
it's not get confused. Because I
Yes,
really
no.
know what I'm
Hello, no.
It cannot
Okay, that's what-
be clear. I know
होता तुमचा काय?
I try to put questions and I know myself they are few. So I really lost in questions because I can't ask.
प्रश्न विचारायला सुरुवात केली तर मुद्दामच प्रश्न निर्माण केल्यासारखे होतात.
पण काय झालं? त्याच्यात काय झालं? अरे एकूण एक चिदानंद कर्माणू काय तुला आहे काय?
So it doesn't matter. After all, we are merely to exchange views. You know. So he said that doesn't matter.
See, I understand everything. But I can't put anywhere because you can't put it.
ते म्हणजे ते जे आहे ते एवढं स्पष्ट आहे की प्रश्न विचारायची गरजच
होय,
नाही.
बरोबर.
This is absolutely correct.
म्हणजे यावेळेला यांच्या आश्रमात गेलो असतो.
हा.
यशोदेचे लोक आलेले आहेत.
हो.
आणि यथार्थ इंग्रजी बोलणारा मला पाहिजे बरोबर. सगळं जॉब होते त्याने जे का जमा केलेलं आहे ते सगळं त्याचं ढकलून दे. पण माझं मराठी इंग्रजी कळणारा बरोबर पाहिजे. साफ करून ठेवली.
Maharaj said, in the Ramanashramam now, so there must be hundreds of people who have got together, and each one will have his own concept. So he said, and they can think in English. So he said, if I have someone who can translate my thoughts exactly, he said, he will iron out all those concepts.
तू आता ज्ञानी आहे. आई बापाला तू केव्हा ओळखलं? आई बापाने तुला केव्हा ओळखलं? सुरुवातीला तुला काय ज्ञान आहे?
He will ask only one question to whoever is considers himself as knowledge. He says, at what stage did you recognize your parents? At what stage did your parents recognize you? What was the original state?
तू सांग म्हणा. तू आई बापाला केव्हा ओळखले? आई बापाने तुला का ओळखले? तिथं तू झाला तिथे, जेव्हा तू जिथे झाला तिथे आई बापाने तुला केव्हा ओळखले? तू आई बापाला केव्हा ओळखले? बोल.
He said, when did you pursue the question?
जेव्हा तू झाला तेव्हा आणि तिथे म्हणा.
Oh, only when the body was born, and the mother knew when the conception was. But he said, what was the stage before? He said, that is what I'm questioning. He said, can anyone say what that state was?
Have such a reality, giving you or putting you in again of this question. Put on yourself from this good way.
याला प्रश्न नाही, या उत्तर देणे शक्यच नाही. आणखीन त्याचं उत्तर द्यायला काहीतरी विचार करीत बसतो, मग परत विचारामध्ये गुरफटून जात.
तुला विचारात येणं शक्य नाही ते. आई बापाची ओळख तुझी ओळख तुझ्या विचारात जन्मभर येणार नाही.
He said it's impossible to find out exactly the stage before you came to know, actually came to know the parents.
मागाम तू ऐकलाय. पुन्हा नंतर आकाशाच्या मोठ्या ज्ञानी झालाय. पंचज्ञानी अनेक फोटो घेऊन त्याचा गोळा तयार झालाय. बालपण तुला कळायला लागल्यानंतर हळूहळू पाच इंद्रियाने फोटो घेऊन आता ज्ञानाचा मोठा सागर झालाय.
He said, after the infant has grown up, when whoever thinks he has got knowledge, he has acquired the knowledge, but that is after the birth. That is, the infant itself has grown, and in the process, he has collected a lot of knowledge. But only after the birth.
बालपण ज्याला नाव आहे त्याने सगळे फोटो घेतले आहेत. बालपण ज्याला नाव आहे जन्म ज्याला नाव आहे त्याने फोटो घेतलाय आणि आता शहाणा झालाय दुआवची चालवली आहे.
That which thinks he has knowledge and has now considers himself a
असं बोललं
knowledgeable man. Jnani. So what is it? It is only that which has been born, that material which has been born, that now takes the pride of having acquired knowledge. So what is that? He says it's still it's a material element.
तू आणि तुला झालेल्या ज्ञानाची गाठ केव्हा पडली? बाळपण गुणवान झाले तेव्हा, बाळपण गुणवान झाले तेव्हा ज्ञानेंद्रियाने फोटो घेऊन घेऊन आता तो पुष्कळ शहाणा झाला आहे.
It's only when the infant acquired its beingness, since then all this we have acquired. मी जे महाराजांकडून शिकलो त्याच्याच बद्दल मी बोलू शकणार, दुसरं काय?
होय बरोबर आहे. कोणी झालं जरा काय करायचं?
For me, over all these lives, all these times, that, you know, I sort of know, but not intellectually, that I have watched my birth, watched my death. He made this clear to me. I understand. I only follow it. See, he made it clear of me. Because there must be a background.
There must be a background.
That I, being aware of my birth, will be aware of my body.
I see, yes.
But I only, these things, I can only understand intellectually.
तो म्हणजे महाराजांकडून एवढं स्पष्ट झालंय की हे जे शरीर आलेलं आहे ते शरीर येईल आणखी मग मोठं होऊन म्हातारं होऊन ते मरून जाईल आणि मी ते नाही एवढं मात्र अगदी स्पष्ट झालं. पण ते बुद्धीला स्पष्ट झालं.
मग काय बिघडलं? बुद्धी जेव्हा जगात व्यवहार कसा होणार आहे?
So without
ना बुद्धी जगात व्यवहार कसा होतो?
so without intelligence or understanding it intellectually, you say, how can anything go on in the world? So you say, what is wrong with it?
Look, for me, that's all I have.
So मग तो म्हणतो मला तेवढंच समजलं तर पुरे आहे. पुरे आहे का?
अपूर्ण आहे पुढे. अपूर्ण असेल तर म्हणायचं अपूर्ण आहे का म्हणून.
So you say, what is insufficient? If there is something insufficient, then you can say that's sufficient.
अपूर्ण म्हणजे काय त्याची मग बोलू सांग. अपूर्णाचं ज्ञान सांग.
So he says, give me an idea of what you mean by insufficient. Because it says whether that is sufficient. This knowledge, understanding it intellectually, whether that is sufficient. That was the question, whether it is sufficient. So he says, what is insufficient?
For example, that all the understanding.
Yes, so
So
that means that is sufficient. The question is it sufficient for you to know intellectually? So he said, what is insufficient? So everything is sufficient.
मोठा आहे. पण मला त्याची गरज केव्हा वाटायला लागली? बालपण निर्माण झाल्यानंतर. जोपर्यंत बालपण निर्माण झालं नव्हतं त्या मला कशाचीच गरज नव्हती, ईश्वराची आणि जगाची नाही.
The world is, the universe is enormous, and the wants in the world are also enormous. But he says, since when have I felt the need of? Only when the beingness came. Before the beingness came, I had no need. And I had no desire. Only after the beingness came and I was aware of the being, then all these needs and desires.